Hi there everyone. In this video we're going to have a look at probably the simplest press we can do. The press is going to be played whenever the opposition, that's the red team, have the ball. This example set up for a 16 and it could be in the center position, and no matter where it is we do exactly the same. It's just easier to understand if it's more of a central position. So the most important thing to defend is this line here, which is called the ball to goal line. So if you were to draw a line from wherever the ball is, wherever the free hit is, to our goal, that is the ball to goal line. That's what we must protect. Now, what we're going to do is the centre half, your role is to stand on that line. The centre forwards, 1, 2, you're going to split it. And although they look quite flat on the same line, you'll probably be like this, okay? Because actually it'd be better to send them this way, because then we're defending on our strong side. So put real doubt in the defender here taking the 16 that they can pass it out to this person on the wing. So if you split yourselves, but if you look across and you see a flat, just step one way or the other to make sure you're not in a straight line. Now the important thing is, don't worry about where the players are. We're gonna just protect the middle zone. But if someone does come in your zone, of course, you're going to stand in front of them to look something like this. You can actually stand next to them if you want, and then as soon as you think the ball's played, then you step, and then you win the ball. You're already moving forward. It's kind of nice as well. Again, here you can see the centre back has stepped in front of the striker. So this is just an example of how most teams tend to line up. They have 2 centre backs, they have 3 across the midfield, and 1 striker. Slightly different to what I want to play, but you're not marking the players. The worst thing these 2 centre forwards could do is go wide, because then there's so much space in here. We will get torn apart. So you have to be disciplined. You're not going to, if she takes or he takes a self pass, she takes a self pass, whoever's watching this, you're not going to rush the player. You're just going to hold. Okay, that's the important thing. Now, the left and right wing, you may come inside depending on the danger. This might be a good option, for example, or you might come here. This is something you have to play around with. Again, with the left wing, you might come in a little bit more here. That's absolutely fine. But that's pretty much it, okay? The important message is that we want the ball to go wide. We don't want it to come through the middle. We're making them think twice about that. We actually want it to go wide. And in the next video, we'll have a look at how that changes. What's that? Now, let's just look at that now. So let me get rid of all these lines. So I've already moved the red players, but what we're trying to look at here is the ball going wide where we want it. Ideally, it would go the other side. It's easier for us to defend, but I don't really mind which way it goes. Now, so if it goes wide, you can see that this player wasn't really influencing it. That means, rather than be here, they had to come quite deep, and that's fine. That's fine for us. So the important message is if the ball travels in this direction, so does everyone in our team. We run as a unit. So if it's hard to break down in the middle, it's just as hard to break down on the wing. If one person doesn't do it, it will fall apart. So we all have to do it. So everyone needs to understand everyone's role. So the main thing is the centre forward, you may go slightly different. You close the ball and you're stopping it coming into the middle. Okay? So don't be too far away. And just get close basically and let them pass down the middle. So just position your body to say you're not coming down here, but I'm more than happy for you to pass down here. Now, the left wing, you're going to move across. The centre half will move across and step in front of a player if they're there. The centre back will move across. The right wing will move across, and the centre forward. So you can see it's very difficult to get through. Now, the left wing, I want you to be pretty proactive here. You are stopping the ball down the line. If this happens, we're all going to be pretty cross with you. So we want to make sure you're always at least trying to be in front of a player if they're there. So if they run past, you just have to be in front. So even if you leave your player, So if you were like this, you leave them and take a few steps just to block off that pass, that's fine. Because if you miss it, don't worry. We've got a centre back. Okay? Most teams do leave their 2 defenders back. So, it shouldn't be a problem for us if we are disciplined in what we do. So we let the ball go down the line, and the wing back must be in front of the defender. And don't worry if it gets past, because there's this one. And if it does get past, run towards our goal and, get ready for the next phase of defense. So the message here that I want you to all understand is, once again, wherever the ball goes, you run parallel. So if the ball went the other direction, that's absolutely fine. You just run parallel to the ball as a whole team. You don't go to the ball unless it comes into the corner. Okay, so you don't try and chase it down. You just say to stay disciplined and force it into the corner. Then we'll force it down the line, and that's where we'll step and try and go on the counter attack. Hope that makes sense.